Mr. Lynch lives, or will be live forever. Good morning, Mr. Smith, or simply, 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 David. Steven what? Lynch. It's March 20. No, it's March 23, 2025. Sunday evening Naples. Today, yesterday practically, yes, clear, but also cloudy, or cloudy sky and atmosphere in general, and from the sky. So, might at the moment, since the night, in the afternoon, practically 13 and 5 minutes. 68 Fahrenheit 20 Celsius. This means that this is really soft, and this is the soft is the capacity. Questo for la spring, also un pino si spostare forse per seguito, ma se la persona non verifica quello che sono bello. Cioè, io se posso dire, I'm sure, a trovare siete, non mi sento sulla sera, so se sometimes how to speak, it's better, I know, perhaps the paradox related to for me, the leader is to the valorations of the yes, autumn, the summer and winter, anche for the autumn, so se ci si soffre for the summer, aggettivi ottimi, winter aggettivi cold, cioè sono cose sensiche, aggettivi for me, questa figura di esempio, dove risolvere il problema, it seems factor, spring, it really seems a spring atmosphere, very good, si batte the sky, atmosphere, si batte atmosphere, to know if I can say this, I think it's just for reasons, it's good, but not completely, if I can be feeling the summer feeling so. Good afternoon, this is just for 68 Fahrenheit 20 Celsius at the input atmosphere at 20 degrees. So before we this room also is a curtain, but in general when I say curtain, as you know, as many buildings sometimes usually are most perfect, at least I suppose. In fact, as soon as I repeat, this is sky, middle, the sun, but also cloudy, and so according to what I read and see my sensation, other things like yesterday, I think it became cloudy. I don't know if totally, but mostly, I'm not so sure. Also, it's a good rain if it's remote, it's a remote possibility. So using the measure intelligence wizards, so see if the guest can scheme. The idea. Well, bed, or perhaps better than bed, so this is some medical insert routine, or it's what in this amount of what's in the room. But only if it's a color of the first factor, the color of the second curtain was yellow, good, the first curtain. Pink, this if not similar to pink, if it's not pink, like first curtain. It's similar if you do notice. But to avere, as you also see in the room, sopra il medico, quindi in quei corteni senza la moda, se tu vai a canzone di questa, non mi senti partecipativamente questo suo logo, perché tu hai vita, io non so questo deve seguire, quindi per quanto piace tu sei a menuta, also always better vision for me, instead of si pensa bene, And finally, from a medical keyboard in IGX 614, APG 625, also in this case is being generation. Yeah, versiamo the people from the genre, let's look at the good also over the system. Also myself, also Busquets, and finally, I hope you all get breakfast. Today, lei general supermarkets factory supermarkets bu import fare un modello actually semmejna 53 biex saru fakkar breakfast f'jenteni assembly Except with Fintani, pertem yes, it was yes, Senket Telepolis, three. Cioè, Saracevo. Ma vi ripeto, tu si ricordo, it was from Mars, era just story, obviously, just story couldn't. 13 in 5 minutes. But the important thing that you should remember is that it's a way also day for with this family. And as we always say, e che fa, si sono, most things, absolutely. And several few weeks, another new shots, my favorite biscuits, particularly things. First one is about milk factories in shots, totally can see it off you see. Also, this quick shock, the fact that one is from shot, for the video shot. And within it also the fact that Nicholas Breaks was a bomb, so we start to be particular mega bomb. Second thing is about 3 years, the fact that if there are beautiful series that are going to this area at second place of position. He goes at the first place of position at the PAMI, ragazzi. In fact, I really recommend them because they are really superb. Anzi, tomorrow I suppose from that I come to know what we see.